It's me, Roger. I'm back with a little video where I'll reveal all my little secrets. You have clean hands. You're subscribed, so let's not waste any more time. Hello, friends. Today, I'm going to show you how to make meringue shells. But good shells, worthy, as we say, Gruyère meringue. It's super simple and very tasty. I'm already enjoying myself. Let's go! To make these wonderful meringues, we will need egg whites, a tiny bit of lemon, and regular granulated sugar. First, I put my egg white into my mixer. I will then add a third of my sugar to it. And I'm going to start beating this mixture at a medium speed for several minutes until it froths and becomes light and airy, reaching a smooth and consistent texture. This process is crucial to ensure the mixture is well aerated and achieves the desired consistency. Now, I'm going to carefully and slowly add a few drops. I have my siphon here. And just a few drops will be added very gently. That's enough to firm up the egg white. So my egg white is starting to thicken. I'm going to gently add the second third of the sugar. And I'm going to keep letting it beat like that. Now that my egg white is whipped up nicely, I'm going to gently add the third of my sugar and let it mix for about another 2 to 3 minutes at medium speed. And there we go. Now we can see that it's well beaten. 2-3 minutes at medium speed. And there we go. Now, you can see that it's well whipped. It makes a nice peak. My meringue is ready. It's nice and firm. Well consistent. Now I'm going to put its portion into a piping bag. While my egg whites are being whipped, I prepared it on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. I just need to pipe my meringues. Here I'm making mini meringues. And there you go, I finished piping my tray. Now I'm going to put this in an oven at about 140 degrees for about an hour and a half, and we'll see how it turns out. A second tray, here I'm going to make little balls, and a third tray. Here, I'm going to make some a bit elongated. This. Just to change things up a bit. Now all that's left for me to do is put them in the oven. I'm going to set the temperature to 90 degrees for about an hour. 1 hour and 15 minutes. And I'll see how it turns out. After this time, another version. Here I'm going to make little mushrooms that can be used, for example, to decorate a Yule log, for example. I'm going to make a few of them. I'm making little balls like this. I'm going to put this in the oven for about half an hour at 100 degrees, a little more than 30 minutes in the oven. You can see that it's coming off on its own. It's perfect. That's what I want. I'm placing them on their side like this. Take it back. My piping bag with a slightly smaller tip, as you can see here. And I'm making a peak. There are 9 of us, so I'm going to make 9 peaks. Next, I'm going to carefully and gently place the top of my mushroom on each peak without squashing it. It just needs to hold carefully and securely so it forms the base for me, like this, gently. And I'm going to put that back in the oven about 45 minutes at 60, 70 degrees. I'm asking you to see it from this angle so you can see what it looks like. Here we are like this, and now we're going to make something else. With a round tip a little smaller, I'm going to make a head and a neck. Making 2. Using a small piping tip, I will carefully create a tiny delicate beak, just like this. Then, with a slightly larger round piping tip, I will proceed. In this project, I'm going to carefully create a series of drops, specifically 6 of them, each crafted with precision. To achieve this, I will be using a small wooden tip, which is essential for the task. The process begins by gently forming each drop, ensuring that they are uniform in size and shape. Once the drops are formed, I will proceed to lightly mark them. This marking is crucial as it helps in identifying each drop and ensuring consistency across all of them. I take great care in this step, as it is important for the final outcome. This meticulous process is repeated for all 6 drops, ensuring that each one meets the desired specifications and quality standards. Like drawing feathers. And now I'm going to put that in the oven for a good half hour at 100 degrees. We'll see each other later, and here we are a good half hour later. We can see that everything is coming off. That's perfect. What I want. So I'm going to peel them all off. And now I'm going to make a big meringue with a big round tip, but smooth. This. Next, I'm going to very carefully put the head in, gently pushing it in so it stands up straight. Then, I'm going to very carefully add a wing on each side to make sure the head stays upright, precisely, to create a straight line. I will begin by adding 2 additional elements at the back, which will form the tail of the design. Then, I will place 1 more element in the center, just like this, to complete and finalize the overall design. This process ensures that the design is balanced and visually appealing, with each component carefully positioned to achieve the desired effect. By doing so, I can ensure that the final outcome is both aesthetically pleasing and structurally sound, meeting the intended design specifications. I'm showing you from another angle. This way, you can really see how he does the work. Now, I'm going to put that back in an oven at 60, 70 degrees for about an hour, and we'll see each other later. Here, I have silicone mold to make half spheres. I'm just going to flip it over in 2. With a piping bag and a small tip, I'm going to make the outline. I am in the process of continuously adding more and more layers, one on top of the other, meticulously building up a complex and intricate structure. Each layer is carefully placed, contributing to the overall depth and richness of the composition, creating a tapestry of textures and patterns that interweave and overlap, forming a harmonious and elaborate design. Of course, I'm going to add a little more to create a bit of a platform. I'm going to level it off with a knife so that it holds once it's set. I want to do this with the others. And there you go. I've made 3 here. I'm not making more because otherwise they would touch each other. I want to do this with the others. And there you have it. I made 3 there. I'm not making more there because otherwise they would touch each other. Now I'm going to put this in the oven for about an hour at 80 degrees. Keep an eye on it and we'll catch up later.
The recipe: 100 grams of egg whites, 3 times 100 grams of sugar, and a few drops of lemon juice.
It's been about an hour and 10 minutes that my meringues have been in the oven. Let's take a look. As we can see, this meringue is cooked. If it comes off by itself like this, it means it's cooked. But just to be safe, I'm going to put them back in the oven. I'm going to turn off my oven, leave it slightly open, and I'm going to let them sit in there until my oven cools down. For the second tray, a little check, it comes off by itself. So that's good. I'm doing the same operation too. You can see it comes off by itself. We can just break one to check, and there you go. It's still a little soft in the middle, but going to let them dry out for another hour or 2 in the oven. Stop slightly. Here are my little mushrooms. They should come off by themselves. Perfect. I just need to finish them up. I'm just going to show you how I put them together. And with just a little bit of cocoa, I just need to sprinkle it lightly. Just like that, no more. And there you go, after a little hour in the oven. But nice little sign. With a brush and some cocoa, I can draw an eye. Well, you see what it looks like. And there you go, after spending the whole night in the turned off oven. I can, delicate. Mussels, huh? I went a little too hard, but and for me, accidents happen. And there you go, 2 lovely little domes. The third one, well, my goodness, it's going to go into a dessert, like a meringue.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Now you know how to do it. Go ahead and do it. It's not difficult. And I'll see you soon for the next video. Goodbye.
Don't forget, please give a little thumbs up, kindly subscribe, and share my videos. And thank you for leaving a comment.